So I didn't think out of all the things that could have happened in this gosh forsaken world that Taylor Swift becoming anti-feminist was one of the most famous feminist becoming anti-feminist is crazy. That would be like if Donald Trump just said, you know what? I'm leaving the Conservative Party. I'm going back Democrat. And I endorse Kamala Harris for the next president. It is top 10 anime betrayals. Holy heck. Her new song, Wood, is literally about how she just loves getting railed by her husband. She just loves getting railed, and she talks about how his wee wee is so great that it just eradicated her feminism. I mean, she writes about feminism in this song like it was a disease she was cured of, dude. This dude's wee wee is so freaking awesome that this guy wee wee slapped this girl back into traditional gender roles, okay? They were in an argument probably, and she was probably like, you don't even respect women, you're a misogynist, and blah, blah, blah. And he just took out his wee-wee, just zip, and then just blap right across the face. And she was like, oh, gee, I got a roast in the oven. But you know, now that I really think about it, it's not that surprising that she turned MAGA because she is blonde. And I feel like a substantial portion of MAGA women are blonde. Look, I am saying, if you're blonde, there's a good chance you're going to become MAGA. Blonde ladies, count your days. It's just a matter of time. You may say, not me, not me. The most famous feminist in the world turned out MAGA. It's unavoidable for you. Look, if you don't believe that blonde ladies are MAGA, watch Fox News. I mean, it's gotta suck to be a woman, to see not only the most famous feminist, but the most famous woman in the world just completely become like anti-feminist and just champion everything you fought so hard against. And look, I always think that it's either one extreme or another. I don't understand why women, there's this mindset that women can't have careers and families. Like, you can have both. You don't have to choose between one or the other. You can have both. You can be a feminist woman or a woman that believes in equal rights or whatever and have a husband and have a family. Okay? I really am excited for Taylor Swift's new album, though. Yeah, it's called I Released This Album Because My Husband Said I Could. I'm telling you, that single they released from it, Put Us Back in the Kitchen, that's fire. I actually do like some of Taylor Swift's music. I'll be honest, I know I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, maybe quite a bit, for the sake of comedy, but it still is pretty wild to see the turn Taylor Swift took. I feel like there's a whole subgroup of women, and of course not all women, not even most women, but there's a subgroup of women, and they're called trad wives, which stands for traditional wives, okay? And it's this small group of radicals that want to essentially abolish feminism and reestablish traditional gender roles. And, I never thought that I would live long enough to see the day where a group of women that are anti-feminist rise to power. Okay, it's like in Germany, I can't name the party, but you know the party I'm talking about. When they first came around, nobody thought that they would ever get into power. They were a small little group with very little support, and nobody took them seriously until they somehow managed to accumulate power. It's gotta suck being a woman to just see this pro-gender role, everything that has been fought against by other women for centuries, and just groups of women now trying to just destroy all that social progress. It's nuts. I don't know what to say, dude. I don't know what to say. And now Taylor Swift is an icon to that movement. It's wild. I gotta say, it's probably awesome to be a man in this country right now. Like, especially if you're like one of those gym bro chads that don't respect women. There's now a whole subgroup of women in this generation that want you to make them your property. I think stems from this, and there's men like this as well, but there's also women like this. There's a group of women in this generation that, in the same way there's men as well, that don't want to be functioning adults. They, to the point where they just will destroy women's rights so that they don't have to earn their own like salary and have to be like emotionally mature. It's fucking crazy. It's also somewhat disheartening and very sad to see. I support women's right to be strong and independent. And again, I think you can do all that and have a family. But I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority mindset on this now. Who knows? The world's burning, and you know what? At least I can make some jokes out of it. This country is either alt-left or alt-right. There's never an in-between. It's either women are men's properties and they don't have rights, or men are trash and we need to get rid of all men and women should never love men. It's this extreme or it's the other.